This is NBC 16 News at 5:30.
First at 5:30, the federal government gets a little more time to remove the fence around the federal building in Eugene. Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 News at 5:30. I'm Gold Meadows.
And I'm Alan Matthews. From 48 hours to 1 week, the General Services Administration gets an extension to take down the fence at the federal building in Eugene.
With today marking the deadline the fence was supposed to come down, the judge's decision came during a status hearing this morning. During the hearing, the judge would not allow the GSA's requested extension of July 5th, ordering the fence be removed by July 2nd at 7 a.m. The hearing follows a Civil Liberties Defense Center's lawsuit filed on behalf of 6 protesters to have the fence removed. They argued it violated free speech and the status quo by blocking off a location traditionally known for protests, status quo being the protections for free speech at designated public forums. On Monday, the judge sided with the CLDC, ruling that the fence must be taken down in 48 hours, but the GSA said 48 hours wasn't enough time.
Our judicial system is working the way it's supposed to, which is to be the check and balance on the executive branch, which has been kind of going overboard in the last year and a half in pushing on the edges of constitutional protections. And we're very pleased that he's, strongly advocating for getting the free speech plaza open as soon as possible.
The GSA installed the fence in April, months after a protest in January resulted in vandalism of the building, including multiple broken windows. On Monday, the judge agreed that the GSA had the obligation to protect the building and its personnel. But when he asked how long it would take the GSA to move the fencing back, after some deliberation, the U.S. attorney was unable to solidify a date for reconfiguring the fence. The judge then issued the requested preliminary injunction to the CLDC. A Lane County resident expressed frustration with the fence and the delay in its removal.
Trying to limit free speech is definitely a First Amendment violation, and they knew this going into it. We've talked to them about it. The fence was just designed to limit us, and they're just trying to maintain some semblance of authoritarian control.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the GSA has filed an appeal with the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, aiming to reverse the judge's preliminary injunction, and an emergency appeal is expected after today's extension. Dugan says emergency motions to the Ninth Circuit Court move quickly within days or a week, but if the appeal motion is granted, the brief on whether it was appropriate to issue an injunction would take longer.